And as another season end creeps upon us, a lot of you are frantically trying to complete your seasonal Guardian achievements. I'm here to help. The hardest part of this journey is definitely the conquests. We must complete 3 conquests in order to become a seasonal Guardian. And right here, it is called the Flawless Victory Objective. We have to do 3 conquests. I've already shown you how to do one. The other one's ultra easy. And this third one is probably the most challenging, but it's also, in my opinion, the easiest way to get your 3. So we're going to open up our achievements tab here, go to our seasonal achievements and go to conquests. So on a good day is ultra easy. All you have to do is play the game, level up some paragons, keep working on your greater rifts, whether you do it in groups, whether you do it alone, it doesn't matter. You just have to level up your legendary gems. You'll have one equipped in your ring slots, so two ring slot gems, and you'll also have one in your amulet. So there's your 3 legendary gems. Just keep leveling them up at the end of each greater rift, which you complete successfully, and you'll get to 65 quite easily during your seasonal journey. The second easiest, I believe, is the thrill. What you have to do with your character is complete a greater rift difficulty 45 on your own, solo, no groups, without any set item equips. Now, as a demon hunter, I've already completed a guide on this, so I'll definitely link that at the end of this video, so you can check that out if you're not sure how to do that. It's definitely quite easy if you know what you're doing. However, if you're a beginner and you're not sure how to complete this, and you don't know how to mix and match your items correctly, it can be quite challenging, definitely. Some classes are easier than others. Some can do it ultra easy, some have quite a difficult time with no set items. But each class has some sort of tactic in order to make this easier and achievable. The third one, which I'll be covering off today, is boss mode, and I think this is the easiest way to get your 3 conquests. What you have to do is kill the below bosses. You restart your game, and as soon as you begin a new game, you have 20 minutes. You have to down all of these 16 bosses within the 20-minute time limit. Now, please note, in Act 2, Vividian, the new boss, is not part of this. So you don't have to kill Vividian. Don't go wasting your time in Act 2 going to try and kill Vividian because he isn't part of this. He's the new boss that came out with one of the newer patches and isn't part of the achievement. So we can skip him altogether. There are 17 bosses now on your map marked with that boss icon. However, we only have to do 16. So I'll remind you during the course of the gameplay not to go to Vividian because time is critical here. We cannot dilly-dally. Now, as a demon hunter, Shadow's Mantle set is definitely the way to go. It increases your speed big time. If you're not playing as a demon hunter, if you're playing another class, my suggestion to you is definitely use the set that makes you move the quickest, that has the best speed movement increases. I will cover off briefly the skills and the gear that I'm using for my demon hunter here. However, if you're not using a demon hunter, like I said, just focus on movement speed increases. If you've got a reasonably high paragon level, it shouldn't be an issue. You should definitely down the bosses quite easy, 1 or 2 shot them. The hardest part is getting to them on time. We don't want to waste time running around maps like lunatics. We want to just take the shortest path to the boss, down him, and keep moving. We've got 16 to kill within 20 minutes. And also, important note, this can be done on Torment 10. So make sure that you're in Torment 10. When you reset your game, go to Torment 10. It'll make things a little bit easier. So, as a Shadow's Mantle Demon Hunter, we have our full 6 items equipped here. I'm using Traveler's Pledge with the Compass Rose, Strong Arm Braces. I'm using Chain of Shadows. Now, a lot of you definitely will be aware that Krelm's Buff Belt is definitely a big speed increase to most classes. However, with the Demon Hunter and the Shadow's Mantle, because casting Impale gives us Vault with no resource cost for 2 seconds, and Vault increases our speed big time, I just left this belt in there because I think it's probably more handy than Krelm's Buff Belt, because with Krelm's, if you get hit, you slow down, you lose your buff. With this, you can just keep impaling, keep vaulting, and you're moving around really quickly. The other ring we're using is Elusive Ring. I'm using Kali's Point, of course, and Holy Point Shot, the gems, Pain Enhancer, Bane of the Trapped, and Gorgok of Swiftness. However, gems aren't a factor in this. It's all about getting to the boss as quickly as possible and just downing the boss and keep moving. Kanai's Cube, I'm using Dawn, Aquila Karas, Convention of Elements. The skills are definitely optimized for movement speed and for this achievement. I'm using Impale with Overpenetration, Vault with Rattling Roll, Companion, Ferret Companion, Fan of Knives with Bladed Armor, Vengeance with Seethe. Now, we definitely want Seethe because it is Torment 10 and we're going to be one-shotting things and we're going to run out of hatred if we haven't got Seethe. Seethe allows us to replenish our hatred so we can impale and keep vaulting and keep vaulting and keep that movement speed up and get to those bosses quicker. Shadow power with Shadow Glide. Now activating Shadow power as soon as we log in, it lasts forever and it increases our movement speed big time. So tactical advantage, whenever we vault, it increases our movement speed by 60% for 2 seconds. So ultra handy with that belt that I mentioned. We impale, we get free vaults for 2 seconds so we can spam up to 3 easily, and it increases our speed as well. So we're going to be moving really quickly, and I think this is ideal. Blood Vengeance for a bit of hatred regen, ambush, and Cull of the Weak. They're the basics. I'm not going to get into this build any more than that. I just wanted to quickly let you know what I'm using as a Demon Hunter, and we've still got nearly 20 minutes of gameplay coming up. I'm going to show you the entire run in order to get this achievement done. So let's reset our game and I'll show you exactly how to do this. I'm sorry, it is going to be quite lengthy. If you stick around to the end, you're the best 13-y ever. Alright, let's reset our game here. Get comfortable, because this is a race against time. We don't want to dilly-dally. As soon as we log in, open up your maps and head on to Act 5. Now, the route is something I didn't talk about yet. I definitely like starting in Act 5. Act 5 is where the bosses have these animations and different phases and stuff, which really ruins our time. And what we want to do is, with Malthael, as soon as we log in, we go backwards. So you just turn around, and this will definitely take you straight to him. Nice and easy. Just got to keep teleporting through these portals, and like you can see, I'm impaling. I don't care about killing my enemies. I'm just impaling just so I can activate that 2 seconds of free vaulting. And you can see our resources there are just full. It ain't an issue at all. So here we go. Malthael, nice and easy. The problem with him is he becomes immune to damage for a while, then he enters a second phase, and then when you actually kill him, he does this whole dramatic, death sequence, and you can't get to, you can't teleport to the next boss while he's doing that. It's ridiculous. So here's the second phase. We kill him, and now we can't go anywhere just yet. You can try. And no, you can't teleport to town and then go to where you need to go either. I've tried all that. All you can do is exit the game, but we don't want to do that. Time's ticking. Alright, so as soon as he blows up, we can keep moving. But yeah, definitely start in Act 5. I think it's the best way to go. This boss here is definitely a bit of a pain in the butt getting to him, that is, because the map is random and you could go the complete wrong way and realize you have to backtrack, almost 2 minutes. I'll just reset the game. It happened to me before and pretty much cost me the game. I got to the end and I was short. I was 3 bosses short. And it was because this idiot boss here took up so much time because I went the wrong way. And as you can see, there's so many turns that you can go down. Any one of them could be the wrong way. And you can end up somewhere where you don't want to be. And guess what? You don't get that time back. At the moment, I think we're heading okay. So he probably just went around the wrong way there. Could have saved time, but you don't know. It's randomly. It's a randomly spawning map. Dead end. All right. I think it'll be just up here. These stairs look familiar. Yeah. All right. So the bosses aren't an issue. It's just damn getting to them. And he's got a bit of a animation, like a sequence here where he's like getting warmed up and stuff. It's annoying. And then again, it's like a second phase thing happening. Critical time wasted. But nothing we can do. Just got to take that into consideration. Let's go to Adria. Getting to Diablo is a pain as well. And this one can be tricky as well, but most of the time you'll find if you just sort of play by your instincts, just, go with your stomach feeling, you should be going the right way most of the time. It is kind of mazy, but it is kind of also guiding you to a certain direction, I found anyway. Just want to keep moving. And if you find yourself running low on hatred, just activate vengeance and it'll replenish it. I don't really keep Vengeance up the whole time, I just activate it if I'm running low on Hatred. Alright, cool. Smooth run that one. That wasn't too bad at all. Boom, that's another boss down. Keep moving. Go to Act 4 now. We'll start with Izuel. This one in Diablo can be a pain in the butt also. Sometimes you can just go around these areas and you don't come across, you know, this path you have to follow. It's ridiculous. Diablo took me forever last time. Diablo's another bad one. Probably my second least favourite. The Butcher's always the worst. He always screws me over every time. I guarantee when we get to him later, much later, he will send me on a wild goose chase before I actually finally get to him. But so far we're making pretty good time. Sweet. It's a great span, we're here. So yeah, as a Demon Hunter, Shadow's Mantle, just impale, and then you've got, you know, 2 or 3 bolts that you can use. I just impale bolt, usually do 2, and then impale again. Alright, now we're moving. Yeah, Diablo is seriously a pain in the butt. Only because of the map, that is. What actually helps is the bounty. If the boss is the actual bounty, when you go into it, you have the arrow, but it doesn't necessarily... If you follow the arrow, sometimes it actually leads you onto a wrong turn anyway. So it can be helpful, but it can also lead you the wrong way. Like there, I could have sort of avoided that whole thing. I'm an idiot. But it can be tricky. Following the arrow doesn't always work. But you can use it as a guide. Usually at the beginning of a map you need to go down, you know, sort of like the opposite direction, and then you can follow the arrow, but yeah. This dude's so annoying, like, you know, you feel the pressure of time, you want to really get this done as soon as you can, and then it's like, boom, can't do anything. Enter another phase. Go back. Bit of an animation there with the ground cracking open, and then this is like super annoying as well, same as Malthael. You can't go anywhere until he actually does this dramatic animation of dying. You can try, but pretty much there, as soon as he's down then you can go. Well, now you can. Alright, this guy I found is usually you head up and then you head left. Usually up and then left, and that will lead you to him. There are some dead ends like this, but I do find that heading left is usually the way to go. I don't think I've ever had to come to this boss travelling in the right direction. I'm pretty sure it's always been left. Alright, Library of Fate, we're here. I think this is one of the longest videos I've actually ever done now. We're down here very quickly and we can move. Let's go, Act 3. Act 3 is the best, I think. I love Act 3. I don't think any boss really causes me many issues with Act 3. This one here can take a little while to get to, but it's basically just straight up. Rakus Crossing. Straight up. It's not randomly spawning like, you know, the enemies randomly spawn, but it's just straight up the road. One straight road. Definitely want movement speed increases for this, like, it's just so helpful. It is quite a stretch of road that you got to go down. Illusory boots might have been handy for this, just go through the enemies as well, but shouldn't have much of an issue. I could have put them into Canon's Cube, it doesn't matter, we will get there. because Torment 10 enemies usually die really quickly when you just, you know, cast Impale anyway. Everything just melts down in front of you. There we go. Another boss down, nice and easy. And just follow your map. You know, you've got those icons there of the bosses. And that's all you do, just follow the map. Keeping in mind in the next act, because we're working through backwards, in Act 2, Vividian, we don't want to go to Vividian. I will point it out when we get there. Just by instinct, like you'll see the icon, the boss icon, and you'll want to go there. Like, trust me, I've done it before. You just got to keep it in mind. Because once you're there and you realise, oh damn, I don't need to be here, guess what? That minute or two could have cost you the achievement. This boss is pretty straightforward. It's just, you just got to, you know, go around in this circular motion. So it is time consuming, but we know exactly where we're going. There's no random spawning rubbish.
Do you want more?
Heart of the Cursed. Come on, Banicola. Come on, Banicola. Chung chung. See ya. Alright. Next boss. So the core area is the best. It's just so nice and quick. Seriously, it's just like left to right and you're there. Now, I did want to fast forward my gameplay, but for some reason I decided just to do normal gameplay mode, because there's nothing wrong if you guys want to fast forward anyway. And a bit of extra time with Banning 13 hasn't hurt anyone, has it? Keep moving. This map definitely can be a little bit tricky, can waste our time. It is quite random spawning, so we can be going in the wrong direction and we don't even realise it, which usually does happen to me. I'm usually the unlucky one. So there is a bit of luck involved with this achievement, but usually, like, see, I've just wasted all that time for nothing. But there is a little bit of room for error. Like, it's not that brutal. Like, that time that we just wasted shouldn't cost us the achievement just yet. We don't want that to happen too many times though. Because so far we are moving quite well. There are other bosses we've already killed. Alright, here we go. That's a familiar stretch. Gone. Yeah, like Diablo could have like wasted many more minutes. Thankfully we got there reasonably quickly. Alright, alright. Alright, let's go. Act 2. 2 more acts. Alright, we're going well, we're going well. Zoltan Cool is the best, because he's just there. Boom. Go straight to him. Impale him, he's dead. And keep on moving. So, Vividian, I just skipped there. Vividian was just to the top right. Because I don't want to waste time, you know, hovering over the icon. I just quickly came here, but Vividian was just to the top right there. Come on, come on. I think we should have this unless the butcher just, you know, wastes our time big time. He's the only one I'm worried about right now, pretty much. Alright, so Vividian up there. Let's go Belial. And Belial will be the final one on this map, I believe. And then we're going into Act 1. So Belial again, no tricks here. It's just like an L-shaped map. He does have some time-wasting animations though, which is annoying, but there's nothing we can do about that. You can't avoid it, and there is some mobs to kill before we actually encounter the boss fight, so there is some time wasting here, but there's nothing we can do. You can't do anything. There's nothing we can do to quicken what's happening here. Alright, so he comes down, and he goes back up, and turns into Big Belial. God damn, it's a hot day, I'm starting to sweat. Pseudo lighting seriously kills you as well. Come on, Belial. Hot and sweaty here. Alright, let's go to Act 1. Now, I'm going to start off with the Butcher. There he is. Because he usually wastes my time and really just ruins everything for me. Let's see if I can get lucky this time for once. Usually if you move to the left. And as you can see, I don't really give a crap about the goblins or anything like that. We're just moving to the bosses. We're going for the seasonal journey. Guardian achievement. And season's nearly over. My wonderful 13 is. It's almost come to an end, so you got to get this done now. Don't worry about any goblins at the moment. Please be here, Butcher. Please be here. Oh no, he's not. See what I mean? He's screwed me over again. I think we should still make it though. I'm not going to stop now. Only got a couple bosses to go. I hate the Butcher. I hate the Butcher so much. He's ruined this for me before. Just up here. Should've just went this way. I'm just bolting like a madman. Alright, alright, alright. Come on, there he is. Alright. There's the door. There's the door! Really enjoyed killing you. There we go, Skeleton King. Two more bosses. Thank you. Whoever has actually watched me this long, thank you so much. I don't usually do long videos, but it's just a long achievement. With the Skeleton King, just, yeah, don't worry about these elites, these mobs, just, you know, keep moving. Time is ticking. I think we're gonna get this. Actually, who's left? Aranai. The boss Aranai is a bit of a pain in the butt as well. The spider map. It's very random, and a lot of the times when you're following the arrow, if Aranai is the bounty, it leads you the wrong damn way. It's very mazy, and you can easily take the wrong turn. Come on, let's go into it. Alright, one more boss to go. Can we make it? This is it. Thank you all for tuning in and staying this long if you have.
Darkness awaits you.
If you've stayed till the end, which is, well, pretty much now, leave a comment below and make it "You rock, Uncle Bannock." You rock, Uncle Bannock. Then I'll know that you've stayed this long. So you can leave now. You don't have to stick around anymore. Alright, it looks like I'm actually... This is probably the best run I've had on this map. Seriously, everything's gone right. I haven't taken a wrong turn yet. This is... I've never been... I don't think it's ever gone this well before. We might just get it. We might just get it. Come on. Come on, Aaron. Please, 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 please. Seasonal Journey Guardian! Ah! Portrait frame! And boss mode achievement. I told y'all I'll do it. I told y'all. I'm sweating. Flawless victory. But that is how you get your 3 conquests. They are the hardest objectives on your seasonal journey, and I just wanted to cover them off for you all this season. Bannock 13 is done with this season. I'll see you all next season. Actually, scratch that. I'll see you all real soon, because now I can do videos on other things other than the Demon Hunter during the season. I can do movie reviews, I can do other games, and don't you worry, Diablo 3 fans. I will keep uploading Diablo 3 content as frequently as I possibly can. I love you all. Don't forget, you rock Uncle Bannick in the comments below, or Uncle Bannick, you rock, whatever. Tell me that I rock if you watched this video all the way to the end. I'd be so impressed. Show your creepy uncle some love. Don't forget to subscribe.